All right, everybody out there, how you doing? Welcome one, welcome all. We are super excited to announce that we have this amazing technical analyst in the show today with us. It's Mr. Daniel. He's all the way from London, England. Right, London, Daniel? Are you in London?
No, I live in the countryside.
There you go. He's
Still
from
in
the
London.
countryside, right? He's from the countryside in England, and we're so happy to have him. We're catching him at a good time. He is just in the middle of figuring out where he is going to take all of his crypto millions that he's been making, and he's going to move to some exotic location where he can actually work for us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with a small cadre bringing him liquid refreshments and food, so he never, ever, ever has to leave his computer again for us. That's sacrifice, people. That's sacrifice. Say hello to everybody out there, Daniel.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing very well this evening. And yeah, it's gonna this evening or this morning, wherever you're from, I guess. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a
Uh,
good time.
so if you haven't, please give Daniel a follow over here, right? Give Daniel a follow if you get a chance. Look, these guys only got 7,600 followers. Well, this guy's worth at least 70,000 followers on some of his trades. He does absolutely amazing videos, does tons and tons of great charts. Dan, you got a Discord area. Oh, there it is. Daniel's got a Discord area right there. And champions.com. I haven't seen this. Is this your new website right here?
Yeah, this is all like official everything now. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Look at you. Well done. Right? There's Daniel right there. Look at that. Listen, in his previous life, his videos were a little bit different than this, right? But he's here helping us out. But if you do get a chance, looks like he's full. His area is full. Doing
Yeah,
great
sold out.
job though, buddy. Awesome job. All right, so let's see. Here's the deal. So what I'll do is I'm gonna run through and for me, people, I'm gonna run through and then I'm gonna kind of my synopsis on where we're at in the marketplace right now. And this is probably going to take about an hour just for me to get my stuff done. So let me start right now. Okay, so the most important thing. So here's my thing. Oh crap! If we don't hold this, we are screwed. Oh, screwed. Ah, it's not screwed. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. All right. There we go. All right. Okay, I'm done. That's it. That's all I got.
The
That's
end.
it. The end. I'm not kidding you, people. Like, the end, okay? If we do not hold this area right here, I am not joking. I am seriously not joking. Like, you can just do this. This can be your whole chart right there. Like, if you lose this, this is exactly what's going to happen. You are going to fall up to 7K, 7,100. That's it. It's done. There's my hour. Take it away, Daniel. Let's see what Daniel's got to say. Go for it, buddy.
Yeah. So well, I'm looking at it in the similar sort of way with key support. So what I'm doing is we're offer this Elliott wave count. So kind of very similar viewpoint to you that we obviously have this key support. Well, just trying to hold off of it at the moment. So I was looking at key support around 78.46. So we're literally testing it now. 13 minutes left of this 4 hour. You close below that support, then that's obviously not too good. But you do have that 4 hour EMA 200 just below us, which has held us up twice already. What I'm looking at, it does seem like we obviously had yesterday. What was that? 2 days ago, fourth. Yeah, well, about 4 days ago now. Originally touching that 4 hour EMA, then you move sideways in that nice parallel channel. Okay, you come down, you test it again. You get a slight higher low than the first low. So you make a slight higher low, long lower wick. You move back up to the 55 EMA here, and I really like using fibs. So you can see here, take your fib from your swing high up here down to your swing low. Okay, no surprise, dead cat bounces is the 382 level. So, that's where you're finding resistance at the moment, 8,080, 382 fib. Okay, and I'm looking, really, I want to see how this, well, we're going to see in 12 minutes where this 4 hour closes. But if we do get quite a shady close below. I'm looking really at that 4840. Let's just say. Then I'd be looking down for a 1618 extension of wave B here. So that would give us prices around 7,000, 1414, 7,233, 1618, basically 7K. So kind of similar, I think, to what you were looking at, same sort of regions if we are to break down from here. But so far, so good with a 200 EMA holding us up. So that's like a key support that we can come and test this again and try and get some sort of upsloping channel then going on. But yeah, it's like I'm so focused on alts at the moment. Like all I'm focused so much on is alts. But yeah, with obviously with Bitcoin,
Man, it
a
also
little
just
bit
been
dependent.
taking a beating.
Oh, but you've seen some alts today removed real nice. We had the I don't know how you say
Matic,
it, Theta, Matic,
Theta,
yeah.
Matic. Yeah, Theta Fuel. It was Theta Fuel
Oh,
moved a little bit, and then Matic,
yeah.
and I think
Yeah, and then we had what else I traded today? Been in oh, there was one other. Oh, Komodo. Yeah, Komodo's really, really
Komodo's
nice.
been, that was one of Until's calls a long time ago, and that's one of the only tokens that's up like 56 and just not
Oh
giving it
yeah.
up.
Look at it. Look at here it is. Like it held that weekly support. So it had weekly support. Let me load up my proper chart for this. So it held up on weekly support. You had this real strong level. And you touched it, and from there it's just been three greens in a row, and it's just crazy.
W
I think we're
bottom.
coming up now to the next, quite heavy resistance in my opinion. But yeah, that's been a run. That has been a run.
Yeah, one of the best tokens out there, honestly. Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
one of the things I want to just point out, since Daniel's bringing up alts really quick, is what I've noticed over the last 2 days. I want to say probably about 2 days now, about 48 hours, is that the market makers have kind of pulled back in the market. Like I see
Mhm.
that the market makers out there, and I see that the market makers out there are right now kind of pulling back on those big pumps and dumps because, and remember, those guys usually have the heads up on what's going to happen with the market trends, anyways. So I'm watching the market makers, and if you see for the last for like the last week, it's like you see them moving around. They'll go over and they'll pump one, and then they'll go over and they'll pump
Yep.
they'll go over and pump Matic, and then they'll go over and they'll pump a FET, and then they'll go back and they'll pump one again. And it's kind of been this bouncing around of the market makers, just holding the market up, playing everybody. But if you watch, I want you guys to really take a look at a lot of these tokens that are out there. A lot of these tokens are like, they'll go up 30% and then they'll drop down 30%, then they'll go up 40%, then they'll come down 20%. So there's these big swings out there with the market makers right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh no, no, no. Yeah,
Oh,
no, you're
finish
absolutely right.
BTC though. Finish BTC before we jump over
Oh
to
yeah, no, no, I've finished
else.
BTC. Well, those are the main for me. There's not too much going on here on BTC at the moment. So obviously you've got this. Oh, let's try and see if we got a downtrend channel going on. So coming down to the midpoint here. So really, I'll be a buyer again at 7725 because that's monthly support for me. So I do see a nice buy opportunity. Well, obviously not financial advice, but I do see a nice buy opportunity again at 7724, which I've already bought twice and it's worked out well. So I'd be another buyer on the third time. Let's see if we're getting bullish divergences coming down here as well. So very slight. Yeah, we are. So I would love to enter that level again, 7727 for a day trade. I think we could get a few percent bounce off of there and get something along these sort of lines. If we get one more leg down, take out those stops, bounce from monthly support, that would be nice. But I wouldn't expect a turnaround from here because you just gain a lot of overhead resistance again now. EMA's crossing bearish downtrend channel. It would be like a few percent sculpt up to the midpoint here, but what is that even in percentage? Yeah, about 1%. So that would be my next trade if we come down to this level. If we flatten off, then I'll just stay on alts and I won't actually. Well, I'm already in trades on Bitcoin, but like medium term, short term, I'm not actually too interested in trading Bitcoin. unless we hit 7727, where I would enter a long position. Basically, I like trading against market sentiment generally. So when I see downtrends, I like to go long, and when I see uptrends, I like to go short. So I would take a long from 7727 if I get an opportunity.
Yeah, take a look at the larger time frames for BTC. Pull back up
Yeah.
into like the 12-hour.
So yeah, that works best for me on my Elliott count. So
Yeah,
I
there you go.
mean, you have to look here on the large. Let me just remove everything. So on the larger term, like one really key, such an easy way basically to look at this. Okay, I'm just going to remove that. So one really easy way to look where a likely retracement is, if we break down from that key support. Okay, so you got a real key support now, obviously 7,451. Okay, so simple. Take your fib retracement from the bottom of wave 2 up to the top of wave 3, and I cannot really see with all that in the way. Um, you're looking down towards the 382. 382 in an uptrend, like this is a daily uptrend, well, weekly uptrend. We're still in a weekly uptrend, daily downtrend now, but weekly uptrend 382 is such a good opportunity. So that would be the confluence that I see at this level. So you see the 382 here of wave 3, so at 6,917. Okay, we'll come down to the 4 hour, take our fib extensions from the top of what A, bottom of A, top of B, and what do you see? The 1618, 7,000, psychological 7,000, 382 of wave 3, 6,917. That's what I love to see, like the confluence of that level. Not only that, we also have horizontals right there. That is like such a strong support level for me. I would long that every single day of the week. There's never a guarantee. Well, absolutely, there's never a guarantee. But
At least you have a good
that
bounce
for
off
me
it.
is,
At least you have
yeah,
a
it's
good bounce
exactly,
off it. It'll find that
yeah.
support.
Yeah, absolutely, it should do. So that's the level on the downside that I'd be looking for a heavy big position. But to the upside, then we're looking, well, exactly where we just found resistance, but 8,080 basically, that 382 fib, and obviously just being a dead cat bounce level. You have to close over that if we're actually going to be moving up, obviously, but that's a key resistance, 382 fib. So we close above 8,080. I would be confident that this ABC correction is done and we're actually moving up. Okay, you obviously have to get through the 618 as well, so it's not just like you're out of the water, but you close above the 382, and the probable, it's most probable that, in my opinion, that would actually be going up to around 9,600.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's the next level I'd be looking at. As long as we
Yes.
don't get another swing failure pattern like we saw obviously on our last break. But I don't think you'd get another swing failure. We've already taken the stops. I think it's unlikely that we'll get another swing failure pattern up there. I would be more surprised if we got another swing failure pattern, to be honest. Uh,
Another swing failure pattern.
yeah, like we just saw up on last time, obviously taking out the highs,
Like
ending
a
via wick, close back down, and you just take that liquidity, all the liquidity taken, and bigger players can just enter their market shorts and send it back down. So I think it's unlikely that we get another liquidity hunt to the upside. So I would expect, if we close above the 618, yeah,
oh, dude,
I would
yeah,
expect, yeah, nine six
100%.
to come.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's the same thing I have on my charts right now. So I've
yeah,
been playing that on my
yeah.
charts for like a long time. So if you guys take a look at my chart, same thing, David Daniel just said right there. So look, there's your this is where your gaps are. You do have some bear gaps that are down here. That 71, 75 area. You do
Yeah.
have a bear gap that's open down there still. And then now if you look on your larger channel that we're in, see how we're holding the channel, really the closes and the opens. I could cheat a little bit and adjust this, but like we did break the lower end of that channel once already, but we're just holding the close and the opens right here on the bottom side of the sack of this thing. And like I said, so I'm just watching this. Listen, this gives up, it gives up. We move higher, just like the one market structure I see is just this big head and shoulders still that I have overhead here for us, right? So hold on, let me do this. Let me blank this off. And there we go. So this is the market structure I still see right here. This is basically a shoulder here, head here, right? Shoulder here, and or you've got this one, shoulder, head, shoulder, head, right? So I'm sorry, shoulder and then ass end of the world. And that basically takes you right back down to this level. So you got all this support, this historical support right here. It's nice and heavy, and that's going to transfer across the way over here to hold that up. And you're going to violate this head and shoulders. Once you really get over that area right there, pretty simple, and all of it's outlined on the charts. You're gonna start smashing that head and shoulders area once you get up. Now take a look at that wick. This is a 6-hour chart right here, so take a look at that wick. But listen, like I said, it's oh crap or die right now. It's oh crap or die, right? Oh man, it's brutal.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel, we can see your chart, buddy. So if we were to fall out right here, right?
Yeah.
What are the chances that it doesn't hold the 7K line? If it breaks the 7K, what would you look at there? If you were looking at that as a market structure,
Okay.
right?
So for me, key market structure is for me, the higher low at right now, or at this key higher low that I'm looking at is that point 6,380. So as long as we hold 6,380, I do not see a need for this market to fall over. We'd still be holding, for me, key market structure as long as we form a higher low. As long as we hold for 6,380, anything here is just a higher low. Okay, so that for me is a key point. And if we hold that, then I'm so comfortable just entering, some long positions down up to that. But we lose that, then for me then is a key break in market structure, where then I would actually read it. So I have an alternate count as well, where actually wave 5 was here, and then you obviously have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to have to start taking fibs from your bottom. And your typical retracement of wave 2 would obviously be around 0.5 to 618. So then you're coming back to 5,400. I personally, the same way that nobody thought 6K was going to break first time, I also now think everybody would imagine 6K would hold. So it's probably going to be the case that if we lose that support, 6K is not going to hold. It's just too easy of a long position. So then you'd be looking down towards the 618, where sentiment would be so bearish, and that's what you need, really. You need that turn in sentiment. Everybody turns bearish to get your bounces. So I personally would like to see that 6,830 hold. But if we don't, then I would see this as 5 waves up, and then we'll be forming an overall, obviously in our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, an ABC, and then another 5 waves down. So a bigger ABC correction underway. Well, I'll be looking to around 5,400. I don't believe we're going to be going down to new lows at this point. There's obviously, you break through the 618, you break through the 786, then it becomes more probable that this was some sort of fake out. But I'm under no under no viewpoint at this moment in time that, I perfectly believe the bottom's in. I don't see the need to come down and retest lows. Yeah, this has been such an impulsive wave that it's either, for me, labeled 3 and we'll still be moving up for 5, or the slight variation that we have finished a 5 here, but at the worst case scenario, we come down and test the 786. That's a while off, and I don't really like making such long-term predictions, because so much, as so much changes so quickly. But key support for me at the moment is down there at that last lower low for me. So yeah, 6 at this lower wick here. That's such a key support I really would like to hold, and preferably bounce off the 618.
So one of the things I always like to do BTC first, and I focus on my trading with BTC. So what I do is I use BTC as my barometer to trade alts, right? And if you guys are in the members area, or you're been watching the videos a lot, you guys will know that I have been reducing my positions lately in alts, simply because there's too much exposure to the downside right here. And I've been telling everybody, listen, until place less. I was recommending people to, what I was doing myself is playing smaller bags, less risk, less trades. A lot of people like to have 10, 15, 20 alt trades going on, right? I
It's
mean,
crazy.
yeah, you should really be in like three at the most, right? You should be in like three or four alt trades that you feel really confident. Now, I'm not talking about your holds. For me, the way I do it with my holds is I'm just holding them, and that's it. I mean, it's a ride or die situation, and I don't hide what I hold, right? I hold Raven, I hold Scroll, right? I'm
Raven
hold
was nice today.
Raven was nice today. Yep, yep, yep. Raven's nice today. I hold SV. Believe it or not, people, I have a small bag left of SV that I bought at $55, and I'm just kind of chilling on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'd say that was a good call. What do you think, Dave? Probably probably the long of the
yeah,
year. That's
yeah. Going against sentiment. I like it.
Yeah, so but other than the key holds that you guys are looking at right now with the market where it's indeterminate of its direction right here. We've had lots of time to play these alts. We had this area right here. We've had a bunch of great plays. This whole area right here was all really good for alts, right? We've done really good all the way moving up here with alts. Now we've had some pops right in here, but until the market structure starts to take off again and it stays bullish, or we stay sideways for a longer period of time, which is completely possible, then you guys have got to be really wary in your alt trades right now. Personally, that's the way I look at it. How about you, Dave?
Well,
Daniel. Jeez, why do I call you Dave? Daniel.
for me personally, I'm still going quite aggressive in alts. Obviously, I'm not. More of a day trader, so I'm not like holding them for long term or anything. But yeah, for me, I still see a lot of opportunity in some of these alts. Obviously, yeah, be careful. But yeah, I personally am still obviously, I generally stay in about 5 positions a day, so I'll just enter in the morning, sell in the night. But yeah, I'm still confident at the moment trading the alts. Some of my best trades recently have been Enigma. That was really nice.
Uh oh. Hold on a second. ETH news from the SEC. Post in the members area. Hold on a second, everybody. Hold on, Daniel. I'm gonna pull your
Yeah, no, that's
screen down
cool.
for a second. Give me 1 second here. We always want to jump to breaking news. Yeah. So one of the rumors going on with ETH, and this I got from the last crypto conference I was at, was that ETH was actually negotiating with the SEC to pay a large fine. And let's see what we got over here. Hold on a second. And they were supposedly negotiating. Here we go. Tap that. A what? SEC lists Ethereum as a consumable currency. What is anybody know what the hell a consumable currency is?
Is that though? Is that official? Is this official news or is this just doesn't look very official?
SEC. Okay, that's good. So they don't consider Ethereum a security. Good, good, good. So that's good. The government body now states that Bitcoin, we are, yeah, is not a security and is neither is Ethereum. The ETH token has been classified as a usable current. What the F is a usable currency? That's weird. A usable currency. Interesting. Okay. Sorry, Daniel. That's pretty interesting news, though. That's
Yeah.
good because we don't want that to become a we don't want Ethereum to become a security. That's bad.
Yeah.
Means I couldn't trade it. But go for it.
Well, I know in America you got a lot of strict rules anyway. Like, oh yeah, the amount of people that I know from America that are complaining that they apparently going to be like kicked off Binance soon, supposedly.
What?
Yeah, I've heard that, with all these shady,
Yes.
yeah,
Well, they added margin trading, so it's the
yeah,
margin
yeah,
trading that's going to screw everybody.
exactly, yeah. I don't know what you're going to do. And I was reading on their Binance's official website that they're definitely not allowing it to US customers. So
Yeah, yeah, no, they're
yeah,
not allowing it to U.S. customers. But I mean, we all know Binance. Seriously, the exchanges, especially like Binance, it's so shady, so freaking
well, did
shady.
you see last night when their disk went offline and it brought down the whole website? Just what?
Yeah, I
It's like,
know.
how do you not have a RAID array? It's like one disk goes offline and their whole website goes down. It's like
Yeah,
that cannot be true. That is so weird. That
uh,
cannot be true.
yeah. A little shady, a little shady.
Yeah.
There's got to be a bunch of things going on in the back that a lot of us, of course, we don't all know what's happening
No.
with, and we've gone over this in other shows with
Yeah.
the USDT and that whole debacle, which I think
Yeah.
everybody's kind of caught up in that. All these USDT exchanges are kind of caught up in it. So,
Yeah.
all right, so let's talk about some alts. Let's see what Daniel's got for us here with alts.
So, for me, a real nice one. I'll give away one. One nice one for me is Neo at the moment. So I'm looking at Neo. I think it's.
Ooh,
I know
doesn't
somebody
look like a
mentioned
head and
earlier.
shoulder.
Well, I'm looking at it in a chart, so in this like nice little. Yeah, well, obviously not a proper.
I
I'm just
got it.
looking at
Neo
it off this.
BTC.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just like upsloping trend line. So obviously have this nice upsloping support line. Obviously we're coming down. We're forming like obviously our low, high, higher low, higher high, and it's a nice opportunity for another higher low and just continued uptrend at this point. Obviously, the nice thing for me is like we close above this trend line, I'll be out of the trade. But you combine it, to start take some fibs, and you can see, ignoring the upsloping, we're just holding the 0.5 fib as well, which is obviously really nice. So it's got some. Neo is like one of these that like when it can move really nicely, and then you obviously have Ontology, the smaller brother that seems to follow it even harder. So I think it could possibly be a nice week coming up for Neo if it can hold this upsloping trend line, and we manage to actually, you know, edge our way up slowly, then you break out at around here. This is on the BTC pair, 1,700. That sort of top resistance. Then you have weekly resistance just above you, but this is like a key resistance point. That's obviously a way off. Like what I'm looking for short term on Neo to hold this upsloping trend line. If we get the weekly close, so obviously come up to the weekly chart, weekly close tomorrow, and we close above the 0.5, then yeah, that for me would be really nice to get a weekly close above that, and then I'd be looking up for then that weekly resistance, which in terms of percentage is around 16% from where we are now. So that could be a nice week coming up for Neo. You do want to see how that weekly closes though, but I'm looking at Neo. Another one that I'm looking at is QKC. Have you been following QKC much?
Quirk. Yes, yes. I'm actually
Yeah,
in a Quirk trade.
yeah. So I've been looking at this as well.
See if my Quirk
I
trade is still open.
I got filled on this probably about an hour ago. So I was looking at this from 305. Now we're at 3010. So I'm in this at the moment. I'm not holding really small position, but it was a nice opportunity off of that support. I was originally looking at that triangle because it was forming like a triangle. We had we had this sort of triangle going on. I'll adjust that
Boy,
better.
Quirk just kind of fell out.
Yeah,
Yes.
it totally
Yep.
fell out. So I was looking at this originally, and I was looking at it when it was around here. I did want to I would just wanted to trade the breakout, and then it broke down, and so I took the trade from 30. What is this? 305 was support for me, so it's in slight profits now. But yeah, you see the measured move of this triangle. Well, this is what I was originally looking at. So obviously the measured move of this is going to bring you down to, well, there you go. Pretty much that was the bottom. So there's the measured move being hit, pretty much, because it's debatable where you take. Well, I guess it's a little bit debatable where you're taking your top of your triangle from, but more or less a measured move, long lower wick, finding support 305. Um, simply the way I sort of trade these now, when I'm in the position stop loss below that wick, and if we're going to actually get a reaction, we shouldn't need to come down and retest this low. I always view it like liquidity. If you come below the support line, you close back above that support line. You've taken the liquidity. It's only if we come down again, it's because you're selling off, not because you need to get a liquidity hunt, in my opinion. So yeah, QKC is looking nice for me. Now it's come down and hit that that's that measured move or that triangle. So obviously short-term trade, you can just come back up and retest this and sell off again. So you could easily see something like that. But yeah, short-term, I think that could move up for 118 sats. So what's that from entry, like 4%? And that's all I like to trade, like 2% gains, 3% gains. I'm more than happy with those sort of gains. So I think in crypto, people have I obviously come from the stock market. So a lot of people in crypto, when they enter their trades, they always they think unless you get 10%, it's nothing. And it's like crazy mentality. And those, generally are the people that, probably lose, are not doing too well, because if you are so greedy and after 10% every single time, then it's like a real bad mentality, in my opinion, to get in. And you have to be like comfortable taking 3% trades, because when you're only after these sort of 10% moves, and you're saying take profits 10% at least, because otherwise, I don't know if you think it's the same, but I think in crypto, a lot of people are like trained to thinking
Shit,
they
I
have to
was I
be
was
in
gonna
big
say
moves.
10%. You mean 30%?
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
I'm it ride or die for 30%.
Yeah, it's crazy, but like, yeah, these smaller moves are like so much easier to take, especially like you're saying, like Bitcoin is obviously in a little bit of a scenario now. It's a little, indecision. You're coming down. You're forming higher lower lows, and you got resistance overhead. You don't want to be too overexposed to altcoins. It's pretty dangerous. So you want to have a little bit of sense in your positions that you're taking, because that volatility on Bitcoin is never good news really for alts overall. So
Yeah.
obviously if Bitcoin got this, I'd love it. I'm a little bit greedy when it comes to Bitcoin, but if it came down and touched that trend line, then you could see obviously alts coming down as well. But then if Bitcoin actually did bounce off that trend line, then alts could, like, Bitcoin bounces 1%, alts are bouncing 2%. So you get those nice opportunities. But yeah, I'm would be a little bit cautious on altcoins, but I think Litecoin as well is a really nice one at the moment, and I'm quite hyped for the half. I'm not a fundamental trader at all. I literally don't care about any of the news, but when I think you cannot really go wrong with Litecoin, with the halvening or whatever it's called coming up. It's just a hype sort of a scenario, isn't it? And I just cannot see Litecoin falling down at this point. I trade it against USD, but yeah, Litecoin for me is like, I'd be very surprised if we came down and fell without coming up to, well, I've got my next target 125. I'd be really surprised if Litecoin coming up to this sort of halvening just fell down from here and wasn't to make a new high. So I think Litecoin is quite a safe, probably the safest. Oh, really? I think it's quite a safe pick.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're just, right now we're at the mercy of BTC, everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, and and for me, we're just going to buzz through a couple of my indicators real quick, and I'll just kind of
Yeah.
give you guys a real brief synopsis. Now, on this 3 day right here, we did kind of throw in this sexy little tweezer top right here, but as this kind of moves sideways, it's flagging out into a bear flag. That's going to be a bear flag right there. So it's going to flip to a tweezer bottom to a bear flag. Got to be careful. Now, this is really the chart that I was just putting up, especially in the members area. So so what you've got is you've got this line at the bottom, this green line at 33 point. It's actually 33.3 is where it should be, 33.32. 23. So this line right here, every time we have broken this 33.3 line, and we're right back on it with not only the blue indicator, right, which is really kind of our price action indicator, but we're also coming back down with the green indicator. So they're both rolling back over. So the market structure itself is it is on the ledge, right? And I just want to say we're on kind of a ledge, like we're barely now this is a daily chart, so it doesn't move super fast, but we are coming back over. Now, if we roll under this, so I can show you how simple this works, right? Hold on a second. Let's pull this here. Right? You don't even need it. You don't even need any diagrams on here. Let me show you how this works. Pretty easy. This is the God Mode Indicator by David Ward. And so what happens is when you hit that 33, which is kind of right around there, right? It's kind of right around this area right here. All right, it's a pretty good straight line. So when you are focusing your green and blue area on the bottom side here, especially these breaks at the 33, you get a bearish market structure. So look, you see this right here? Bearish market structure, bearish market structure. Look at where all the green is, right? Look at all the green. It's all pretty much all of this stayed on the bottom side. Bearish market structure. And then this was just a straight fall with a quick rally recovery, right? And then we all know what happened here, right? And you can see the bearish market structure. Now you can also see where this thing recovered. So there was the recovery. And look at this, look at this. Look at all of this market above. So look at this huge area. Look, there's nothing down here. There's nothing. It's just this is a complete bull market. Same thing. This was actually a bullish structure, even though it was going sideways. So the market was going sideways here. You were still more on the bullish side. So this did give you lots of reasons to be bullish over here. But coming over here, you see that the market structure right here has all been bullish. Now you did have a little bearish cluster right there. But this is all, there's just nothing. It's just, look, it's empty space, right? This is just empty, right? Empty, right? This is just empty space right here, right? And that's all this is. There's nothing here. Now, we have been way up here. The market structure's been extremely bullish. And we just had really kind of our first little test right there of a little bearish action. Now look at this. You broke the 333. Look what happened. You fell out, right? You broke the 333 here, right? Look what happened. You fell out. So we are now on the line. We're on the blue line, okay? So we're on the blue line. Let me show you what happens when you cross this on the blue line. So now the blue line itself, coming down, the blue indicator itself is coming all the way down. Now, it can bounce out of here. There's lots of support. Look at the support right there, right? Support bounce. It can bounce out of here right there. There is support here for this, for the blue line. Now, the red line is right. Look at the red. Red is like kissing. It's like kissing it. Okay, now the farther this red line gets ahead of you, it's actually better for the bulls, right? The bulls want this red line to get way ahead. Right now, this red and the blue are running parallel to each other with the green, which is really awkward because I went back and I was trying to find out when was the last time these have really all run bearish concurrent to one another. And I was trying to find that. Like, there it is. So look, they're all running bearish concurrent. And you are in a big bear trend right there, right? This is a very bearish trend when they're all running downwards concurrent with each other. It looks like they're all running equal. Yeah, that was what I was going back. I was actually trying to do an in-depth analysis of this particular chart. Now, the blue and the red are literally laying on top of each other. So they're laying on top of each other. So what that means is, it means they need to break away. They need to break away because you look here, you look here and usually, you want to see the red breaks away from the blue. So the red breaks away before you get your bounce. Okay, see, look here. See how the red broke away? And then you got your bounce. Like, they haven't broken away from each other. Look, the red broke away. Then you got your bounce. So they're still running concurrent to one another. So to me, this actually looks a little bit more on the it looks very on the bearish side. You've also got this massive trend line that's coming up, and we're holding it still. Like, we're on it. Like this is nuts to butts. We're holding it. We broke it, came back up, broke it, came back up, held it. Now we're just kissing right on it. And to lose this support, you know, like you're gonna start to break the market structure of this trend line if you do lose this. So bunch of warning signals right there. Next. All right, so we actually broke the short trade line. So we just broke the short trade line on the RSI. Nothing. So historically, this has been a bearish bounce line right here, right? So historically, this has been a bearish bounce. So historically, this line exactly where we bounced from. Look, take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on. So this historically has been a bearish bounce line, and more times than often, we'll see where the red lines are. Right, let me get rid of this. What I could do is I can go like that. And just point out the bears. So these are all bears, and then this is a bearish bounce, bearish bounce, bearish bounce, and you have a couple bullish bounces in here. So you have 2 bullish bounces in here, but all the rest of these off this trend line have been bearish, right? So if you go back and you just look at this, you drop your thing, you can see, look, there's one, bear. There's one, bear. Right here, there's one, bear. So you can just go along this line and you can see historically on the 12-hour chart, these have been bearish bounces to a lower low. All right, and you're trying to come back around to break a lower low. Now, you break this low on this RSI and it'll get really fugly really quick, okay? Here we go. This was yesterday's chart, right? I said we can squiggle, we can still go up one more poke, make this head and shoulders, and then fall out. I am still 70% of my mindset right now is that we're going down to test the 7K region, right? We're going to go down. We're just going to tickle the 7K. The reason why I say the 7K, and Daniel's got the same kind of a thing, is this is your daily 50 MA, right? This is your daily 50 MA. And this chart I posted yesterday on Twitter. 2 things. Let's look at this chart in 2 ways. Number 1, there's your 236. So you have a lot of support. Look at how well that 236 fell out. Hit the 236. Dead cat bounce. Whee! Trying to come around again, right? Poke it again. We could actually bounce again. Like Daniel's saying, hey, there's a good possibility we bounce at 77.20. Correct, Daniel?
Yeah, 7727.
So if we came down and we bounced again, because look at this trend line. This trend line is higher right here, right? So the trend line is now higher. Let's see where that trend line is. Even if we, so on the next daily candle, let's see, we would be something right in there, 76.80 as our support right here. So if we were to just kind of fall out, we're at 3.5 hours left until we close this next candle. So we will be into the next candle here really soon. You're going to have your support right down here at 76.80. And you could still move back up. Just follow the trend line back up. Now, what's happening is we're looking for this cross, right? Look at this cross. Come on, where are you not coming to the front? There it is. There it is. Visual order, bring to the front. All right, look at that. So look at that. We are now below the bear cross. Okay, we are below the bear cross right here. If we close this trade out now, I don't like to have crosses, right? This is a bearish cross right now. This is a bear cross, right? I do not like to have crosses. I don't like crosses on price action. Right? I don't like crosses on price action. And we have a cross on price action. And this is a 730 bear cross right here, okay? And this bad boy is going to close it. It is not crossed yet. You still have 3 hours for this baby to cross, okay? We have not crossed yet. And this to me is just like, this is like, oh, like, see, listen, if you're out there right now, and your butt cheeks aren't squinched up, your butt cheeks need to be squinched up right now, okay? So if you're in a long trade, you need to make sure that your butt cheeks are squished up right now, because that is very dangerous, okay? That's a dangerous cross, even though it is crossing on the price action. And I do not like, okay, so I'm writing this in members. I don't like crosses on the PA, right? So I just put that over in the members area. So as we cross this, let me show you really quick. So talking about market structure here, okay? This is what we're going to chat about. So look, look at how long it's been. This is the 50 MA and the 30 MA. The last time we were below the 30 MA, and look at the struggle here. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. No, yes, no, I'm only kidding, right? Oh my God, we're going to the moon. No, we're not. Oh my God, we're going to the moon. Yes, we're going to the moon, right? So you had that struggle right here with the 30 and the 50, where the 30 and the 50 acted as first resistance coming down, right? They held the price action down, and then they flipped into support, and that 30 and 50 have run all the way up here. Now, the last time we broke that 30 has been like in crypto, pretty much, I mean, you're like 100 years old in crypto, right? You're 100 years old. The last time we broke that 30 has been, well, we kind of broke the 30 right there. We're below it. So you're talking 117 days that we have chugged out below the 30 MA right there. So we chugged out a long time. And this is where I say right now, this is ride or die for us, because if we can hold this 30 MA, it'll just kick us off into the next, into that next higher high, possibly, if we can get up and just hold the 30. Now, losing the 30 is fundamentally bad for the marketplace. The good news is you've got your 50. So let's go all the way back here, right, and look at how the 50's held up. So you go all the way back. Look at that. Look at how well the 50 held the marketplace up here, right? And you can actually go like this. You can go, let's grab another one of these. Clone. Right? Get out of there. There's the 50 holding again. Boom. Look, 50 held, 50 held, 50 held, 50 held. 50 finally died, right? But then it turned into resistance, came down, and then, so the 50 is a catch-all for us right here. We'd like to see the 50, see, here's the 50, resistance, flush the toilet. Okay, so this is, like, if we break, this is really good, because look what this is, 7,000 range, right? And this is the daily. This baby's going to keep moving up. Exactly where Daniel also feels that if we did fall out of the marketplace, we'd all fall out in the same damn place. Daniel, any comments on that?
I like it that obviously every trader has their own style, but it's good that we're coming up with the same sort of possibility of the bounce zone. Different ways to get to the same result. So yeah, that's I do see a bounce coming at that level if we get down there.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that would be a nice opportunity.
Yes, Smoking J1 says, Daniel, have you asked Chris if he could help with my suggestion yesterday? What was his suggestion?
That he wanted to get 2 bikini models on the stream.
Yes, we have those, and yeah, it's gonna be a little harder. I don't know if anybody could focus. Everything would be going to the moon that day. Everything would be going to the moon that day.
Yeah.
Okay, so the key here is you go back through all of these charts is I don't like crossing on the price action. I just don't like it. It is not that accurate, right? It is definitely not that accurate when you cross on the price action. So I don't get all squishy with crosses on price action, because a lot of times they don't hold true, right? They definitely don't hold true. But support. Now here's the 4 hour. We're on support. Okay. Oh shit! It just turned red again. Crap. So people asked me just a little while ago, are we still using the NVT chart? Yes, I'm still using the NVT chart. And listen, this, once again, now take a look at this. Look at how well, and I'm going to change the color of this line right here. Let's do like a more of a, we'll do a pink line, right? Do it like that. So this pink line, look at how well this held, right? Held for a big bounce, held for a bounce, held for a bounce, held for a bounce, threw us in this channel, broke the channel, came down. We are on this support line. I mean, we are here again. Look at how well it held over here. Bounce, bounce. So there, we are, once again, I don't know. 50-50. That's all I can do. I can only give you a 50-50. We are sitting on this bearish support line. And we saw, you come back over here, we're sitting on the line. It just, the market structure for so many of these indicators is literally somebody has got their hand on the toilet flush button, and all they have to do is just hit the flush button, and it'll get really, really, really ugly, right? Really ugly. Let's see. Let's go. Doom. Oh, that's the CBE. CBOE. CBOE closes on the 19th. They still have a gap at 6,500. That's coming. I still feel we will fill that gap. CBOE is discontinuing the use of Bitcoin futures on their trading platform. Topside supports, topside resistances, 8,200 still. Nothing. Just have support. I mean, we just have support. Any fall here would find some support on the 3-day middle BB there. Nothing. This is where I get confused, and I was mulling over this chart, and I'm kind of lost right now as I mull over this chart. We're trying to get a breakout right here to the bullish side. So we bounced. Man, this is considered a J-hook pattern is what I call this, where the price action comes down, it swoops up, and then it breaks back, it rolls back over. It's called a J-hook pattern. It is a bearish pattern. It's actually a bearish continuation pattern. You also have them for the bulls, and it's just the reverse for the bulls. Once again, we're on the cusp. The most of my charts are all telling me. Look at this here, historical trend line. Bang, bang, bang. Right, just got rejected right there. Look, acted as support here, acted as resistance here. I'm sorry, resistance here, acted as support here, broke through it, now turned into resistance. Is this trend line kind of going to be our trend line that calls us out here for the price action? Was that it? Did this put in a big ass head and shoulders right here with this market structure? I mean, this looks like a much more clean head and shoulders pattern here than it does on the other on the rest of our charts. Weekly, same old. Look at this is the WMA, same old. Right? Look at the support. This is a big head and shoulders. And if you go back in my charts, I called this out as a massive head and shoulders a long time ago. But it's trying to hold the support line. This is also going to act as a support line right there. That's what that's going to do. That's going to act as a support line. Either we're going to bounce out of it extremely bullish, or we're going to die, or it's going to, that's it. So longs to shorts, super confusing right now. Just no one, this just tells me market sentiment is more neutral than anything. This is the RSI on the weekly. Just came down, tapped off this support line. It's tried to break this support line multiple times already. It has not. We've all gone over this warning chart over and over and over. Chalk and money flow. Still waiting to see if we break this long-term wedge. Look at this wedge line, this massive wedge line here, and how we've held this beautiful, beautiful wedge channel as the money has gone in. Look at how we've held that beautiful on the 30-day CMF over there. For me, really, that's about it. I'm at the ride or die. Like right now, we have to hold this market structure right here. This is nice. We're getting a nice little bounce right here. This is great. But I feel we break this and that's it. You break this one more time and we flush down the toilet, but I'm still not counting out. Listen, I missed the majority of my short trade. Okay, I posted in the members area. I went short. I had a small bag, nothing big, right? It was nothing super crazy, but I picked up a small bag of a short right up here at 80.20, and I was still had layers loaded 81 to 82.50 for this head and shoulders pattern here. Now we're in this, to me right now, this looks like a rising bearish wedge. This looks like a rising bearish wedge to me. Even if we break back up and head up to my super beautiful location, right? I would love to see this roll over right there. Okay. Any other questions for anybody? If not, we're going to let Daniel get out of here. What time in the morning is it for you, buddy?
Yeah, about 9:30.
All right. All right.
Off.
Okay, so listen, please, if you haven't had a chance, get over here, shoot this man a follow. Let's see if you guys see if you got any follows. Oh, look at that, you got 10 follows. Nice. Thank you all so much. Appreciate that. All right. So get over here. Daniel's got a bunch of great information. You can come on over here. You can watch his videos. He does a pretty good job of posting videos. He used to do a much better job of posting more often on Twitter, but kind of like all of us, we're in our groups. We're focusing on our groups right now. And it's been fun. Listen, Daniel, thank you so much. Really appreciate you being here. Once again, the shill for Daniel, Chart Champions is his website, right? They are sold out right now, so you just message him. I would just DM him, right? I would send him a bunch of pictures until he eventually lets you into his area. He does have a community. It's funny because you got a community on Chart. There he is. God, I haven't been in here in a while. Are you active on this Discord?
Yeah, so I am in the members area, not really on the like the public bit.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay. So that's the champions only area, or where's that at?
Yeah, there's a champions only area, but the public bit's quite active as well. To be fair.
Okay, got it. So this is his Discord over here. If you want to shoot him a message, there he is. Look at him up there, right? We'll shoot Daniel a message, right? Let's see if we can get him. Hey, send nudes. Right there you go. Let's see if we can find a male. There we go. This is me. This is exactly what I look like right there, okay? So I'm shooting. Oh, he's got it restricted. That's not right.
Sorry.
Oh man, maybe I can get that in the general chat. Let's see if I can get this in. Let's see if he's got this restrict. See if he's got gifts restricted.
It's gotta be restricted.
Yeah. No! He's got us restricted over there. All right, I tried anyways. All right. So listen, thank you all so much for being here. I am the Vamp. This is Daniel, our beautiful companion, our expert TA god, especially the man who really focuses on the Elliott waves, right? Which is, God, it's a hard thing to do, man. Gotta give it out to you. You want to say something to the nice people out there, Daniel?
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Very nice to come across and yeah, thanks for having me on, Vamp. Really appreciate it. And yeah, it's been a interesting time. We'll obviously all keep our eye on Bitcoin, see how it respects that. Well, now we're in that parallel channel, so let's see how it respects that. Obviously, coming up, key level for me next 7,900 resistance. Key support 7,727. So yeah, we got some nice levels to look at tonight. And yeah, thanks again. Been very enjoyable as always.
All right, thank you all so much. I am the Vamp. Don't forget, we are from Trading Associates. This is our modest, meager little area over here. We have multiple people in here doing so much. I honestly never even go into a lot of the other areas just because I'm so swamped and there's so many areas to go into with so many traders. Thank you all so much. I am the Vamp. This is Daniel. We're from Trading Associates. He is the man, the myth, and the legend, and we are out.